did it. I had a 100 NTD coupon, and I got 3 drinks and 2 kinds of French toast for $3.82 equivalent, or 117 NTD. It was a bit of a rigmarole because for some reason my address wouldn't input into the system in Chinese, so I had to message them late at night, and then I had to message the delivery guy, Kin, bless his heart. He managed to get it here. So I ordered the strawberry French toast and the Jackie Chan French toast, and they look like this. I'm guessing this is the Jackie Chan French toast. I'm guessing this is the strawberry love French toast. It's got like a little bit of strawberry and butter filling in there. Looks really tasty. It smells divine. I'm just saying. Let me go to the drinks. This is my either coffee or cocoa. I'm not sure which I ordered. This is Food Panda on the top. Taste test and see, because I honestly don't remember which this is. This is hot cocoa, chilled, and it's delicious. This is milk tea. This is milk tea. Big bottles. That was $3.82 for my breakfast. I'm going to do the Jackie Chan breakfast drinks. This is what they look like. I'm going to take the bacon off so that my throat doesn't swell. A good plan, I think. I didn't realize it had bacon. Also, I found out that Google Translate works fabulously for pictures. I'm just saying. So if you're on Food Panda and you happen to have 2 cell phones, you can put one over the first one so that you can read what they have, but it doesn't tell you all the ingredients that's in the food, so kind of a bit problematic when it comes to certain things like bacon. That's later. Ooh. Sauce. Okay. And I didn't make any videos yesterday because I was booked for 13 lessons and I was fighting major jet lag. Then that night, I'm not sure what happened, but I got really sick in my stomach, so I pulled out the Pepto-Bismol. Thankfully, I had a bunch of it. I took 2 doses, and I was fine again. It wasn't food poisoning, not something like that. I also had a job interview yesterday, too, for an English school here in Taiwan. But I'm not sure that's going to work out because they're like, you don't need a visa. And I'm like, you know, I do need a visa because I want to work legally in the countries that I'm living in if I'm working there, not online. So I don't think that one's going to work out too well. But it was still good to have the job interview. The pay is incredible. But I'm like, I don't care if they offer me $1 million. I'm not going to do something I feel is wrong or could put me or especially them in jeopardy if somebody catches it. So I had to work through that with the agent and the school and just said, you know, if you can get the visa, I will be happy to work for you for 6 months. If you can't get the visa, this is not going to work. So, you know, but that was my day yesterday. I went to bed at around 9. I slept till about midnight or 10:30. Woke up, went back to sleep till about midnight. Woke back up at 1:30. Went to sleep again around 5. Woke up again at 7:10 because of the jet lag thing. It's just kind of an adjustment. I am going to take some sinus medication for my head because this does not feel good, mainly because of lack of sleep. I don't know why, but whenever I have lack of sleep, it always makes this hurt. So anyway, I'm going to take my medicine after I eat, and then I'm going to start teaching here at 9 o'clock. But that was my day yesterday. I also did look online at different lodging alternatives. I just decided to forget worrying about that whole deal till I get paid on the 20th, because I don't know, the school might be able to get me a visa. If they can, then I'll be moving to that town. If they can't, then I'll be looking elsewhere. I'm like, there's no point in wasting my time until I know where I'm going. I also looked at different visa options. I didn't do an extensive search, but it seems like there's like a digital nomad visa, but you have to make $6,000 a month for the digital nomad visa. That's not me. I make good money, but I don't make $6,000 a month. I'm like, wow, that would be nice. Yeah. But anyway, so digital nomad visa, basically, it's not called that, but kind of is like that. No go. There is a student visa, which I can look into. If I'm here for the first 15 days, I can apply for that. And there's actually a school here in Taipei that specializes in the student visa for learning Chinese. So I'm going to give it time because I've only been here 4 days. So far, I am really liking Taiwan. I mean, like, really liking Taiwan. I've never traveled overseas, so I think that's a big caveat here. But it feels so much safer. The cost of living is so much more reasonable. Your standard of living is pretty close to what you have in the States. It's a little different, but I would say it's actually better in many ways. I'm going to be making a video on that here shortly. But, you know, if I could stay longer, I really think I would want to. But I'm currently here for 90 days. I do have to make a decision in these first 15 days if I want to try to apply for the student visa. My only drawback to the student visa is if I apply for the student visa, I have to be enrolled in a class of some sort, full-time, for Chinese learning. The kind of visa application I'd be doing. I'm not worried about that because I can easily do a full-time course, no problem. But the thing that does concern me is the price of that course, because I'm not perfectly sure on the price. And like in Thailand, they have a lot of similar visas that you can get through the schools, but they want like $1,000 every 2 months, which I'm like, that is not going to happen in this universe. Even if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't pay that much. I would just hop the country, come back. And also, that is a feasible option because I can stay here for 90 days and then go to, say, Thailand for 90 days and then come back to Taiwan. It's only a 4-hour flight. It's not that expensive to travel between the countries. The only thing I do plan on doing before I leave this country is, number one, I'm going to the Lover's Bridge. There, about an hour and 15-minute walk. I'm going to take that this Sunday. For those of you who don't know, it's the bridge from the Taiwanese drama I Do Beloved in House. It's a beautiful bridge, very iconic for Dam Shui. I'm going there. I'm like, I'm going to see that bridge with my own eyes because it's a great architectural bridge. It's just lovely, and the view is incredible. And I might catch a coffee shop that has boba tea on the way back, or there, one of the two, and visit the Uniqlo shop that all my Japanese students tell me about. So anyway, but that's on the docket. Also, I'm going to Holland while I'm here. I also found out I can take a train there in 2 hours, so I could go see Holland and come back in a day. So I might do that like next Sunday. Not take a whole week in Holland, just go see it for a day and then come back. If I want to after that, go visit again, I can always load up my suitcases and go. So that's the other place I want to see. And if possible, I want to go into Taipei City and see where they filmed the WBL series, or We Best Love series, Fighting Mr. Second and Return of the Runner-Up. because that's my favorite Taiwanese drama of all time, and I'd like to see where they filmed it. I think that'd be really cool. So those are on the docket. And then lastly but not least, I would love to catch a Ray Huang concert or Alex or Eric Cho concert. They are pop musicians from Taiwan. They do beautiful piano music. I'm not really, I mean, no offense, their lyrics are great and their music is great in other arenas, but their piano music in particular is what interests me. I followed them for about 2 years now, and I would love to see a live concert of them instead of just watching them on a little screen on YouTube. Not because I'm like fangirling them at all. I just think it would be kind of cool to hear the music live and in person with the audio and just the experience of it all. So anyway, we're going to try to catch that. I'm actually messaging my friend Johnny here in Taiwan about that today. And I'm going to be messaging my friend Carl here in Taiwan about the visa confusion, because I really don't have a clue what to do on this. And they lived here all their lives, so they will know far more than I do. I'm also thinking about doing something rather bold, which is posting on Facebook that I will give a free English class to someone if they would show me around Damshui or Taipei for a bit, for the same length of time. So like say they give me a 2-hour tour, I give them 2 hours in English classes. We swap. I'm not technically working in the country, we're just doing a bartering system thing, so that I get to know more about the area from a local, and also am more comfortable. I don't really feel like, it's weird, I don't feel unsafe walking around Taiwan. The traffic is a little daunting, but not actually because of the traffic, to be honest, it's the noise, because of my hearing, it throws me off. So because of that, like in the States, I would wear headphones when I walked to avoid the background noise, because it confused me when I was like walking around sometimes. Here, you can't really afford to wear headphones because you could get hit by a car, because there's a lot of cars, and they're driving politely, but there's still a lot of cars. The Jackie Chan toast is delicious. I'm just saying. The other thing that I have decided is my friends have been messaging me saying, Anna, how's the food? Have I ever tried? And honestly, up until today, I had only gone out once to eat, because I'm trying to be uber thrifty. The thing I'm realizing about living in Taiwan is that ordering food is cheap, so I do not need to worry about my income just disappearing because I order this much food for $3.82. I'm just saying. So I'm going to be ordering more food through Food Panda or Uber Eats here in the next few months while I'm here. Also, I'm now perfectly comfortable with living in a place that does not have a kitchen, because really the only thing that I need is a hot plate that I can cook my ramen on. So as long as I have that, I am a Hushun woman. So I think I have a friend in the States, my roommate from there, and they're going to be mailing me stuff to Taiwan if I need it. I'm not having them do that until I know, like, if I have a job here, etc., or if I'm where I'm going to be for a while. But I might have them, if I can't bring a hot plate, mail me my ramen cooker, that I can cook my ramen to my heart's content and cook an egg with it. Because really, the only thing that I eat at home is the conde, which I buy from the grocery store pre-made, and then the ramen that I cook up with chicken that I sometimes saute with it, or eggs. That's all I really need to cook. So, I mean, because of that, I just don't see the need for a big kitchen. But that's my day so far. My day yesterday so far. And now I'm getting ready to teach, and I'm going to be putting out my Christmas tree later as well. Yay. But this food is fantastic. I haven't had French toast in ages because it's like super expensive in the States. I actually just went out with some friends for breakfast like 2 days before I left. And the French toast at the restaurant was like I think it was $13, $15 for the same amount of French toast as I just got for, I don't know, it was $3.82 altogether for everything. I have no idea why this is called Jackie Chan and French toast. I think that's kind of funny, but anyway. I've never seen any Jackie Chan movies. I really don't know anything about him except he was so fast that they couldn't catch him on camera for this kick. Which I always thought was rather impressive. I also have unloaded all my suitcases except 2 partial ones. My big ones are completely unloaded. My carry-ons, I have mainly got the big one emptied, and my personal item bag still has to be done, but everything else has been completely redone. And I'm settling in very comfortably till I think I leave in early January. I think it's January 5th. And I might be leaving a little earlier because I'm like, if I leave, I've decided I'm not going to try to take a bus to my next spot because of the luggage. I'm just paying the taxi guides. The thing about the taxis here that I found very interesting also, as a little side note, is the cost for the taxis. Like, I took an hour-long ride from the one place to the other, actually a little over an hour, and it was like $30. For tipping, that's the interesting thing. The most you can tip the taxi driver with the options, unless you customize the tip, is 70 cents. Yes, like in America, when you tip a taxi driver, they say, do you want to tip them $4, $5, $6, $7, $8? Here it's like, do you want to tip them 30 cents or 70 cents or some crazy thing? And I'm like, tip them the most. So, because I don't mean it weird, they actually put your luggage in the taxi for you. They insist on it. It's very strange to me because I've never had anyone really do that before. Except the night I left the US. I left at 3:30 in the morning, and the guy who came and got me, very nice guy. I think he was from Africa, but he had come to pick me up, and he insisted on bringing my luggage into the car. He said, "You do not need to carry this. It's okay. I've got this." And I'm like, "Okay, but you do need to be aware that these are 20-kilogram suitcases, sir, because they're kind of heavy, and I can lift them." But anyway, he was good enough to help me do that. But the taxis here are just so much more reasonable. I'm also probably going to be going to the there is a special chiropractor near where I live. I will be getting a taxi there because it's too far for me to walk, I think. But anyway, and it's not like a lovely, enjoyable walk to the Lover's Bridge. So anyway, it just sounds really weird now that I say it out loud. But anyway, my back is still giving me absolute fits from the plane trip. It's been 4 days. It still hurts like heck. It's not like a huge throbbing pain, it's like just a constant pressure on my lower spine. So I am going to be getting in touch with him. I was going to wait until I get paid on the 20th. I'm not doing that because my back is too to do that. So I'm going to be setting up an appointment and going. It's only $32 to get checked. I don't remember if he is a chiropractor or acupuncturist, but I can help with that, so I'm going to trust that he can help with that and get that taken care of. But that is kind of what's happened so far with everything. I will tune back in for the Christmas tree pack putting up.